Today's book is The Psychology of Money. And I want you to stick through this whole video because even if you don't plan on reading the book, what I'm about to say is very impactful. And if you take it with you for the rest of your life, you will have a tremendous benefit. And I want to start off by saying this book probably has the best approach to money. The overall purpose of the book is to show you that money is just a tool. Money is not something we should demonize. Like, we've all heard like that one relative that's like, oh, money's the root of all evil. Oh, this, and this. But money's what makes the world go around. And if you don't have any money in the bank, it's going to be hard to do what you want in your life. It's going to be hard to give back to your family when, they're in times of need. It's going to be hard to provide for your kids or your spouse or whoever if you don't have the means to do it financially. And that's why we all need to have some baseline level of financial literacy, and that's why it's important to read books like this. And the reason I really want to emphasize the importance of this book is because we obsess about money in a weird way. Like, people think that rich people are the ones that are going out and buying designer clothes or fancy cars or this or that, and that might be true for the uber rich, but the people that make really, really, really good financial decisions are the ones that, instead of going out and buying that new fancy car, that new Gucci bag, or that new designer belt, whatever it is that people buy, they're investing it. And they're investing it for the long term. And that is the success and the pathway to having a fulfilling life, because by the time you hit 60, you're going to want to retire. You're not going to be working till you're like 70 or 80 years old. Like, I certainly don't. Like, I want to be the master of my own schedule by the time I'm like 45, and the only way I'm going to go about doing that is start investing now. Start investing now so that by the time I want to take my money out of the market, like it's built up and it's 3x or 4x or 5x, like whatever it is that it's going to be at that point. Like, I want to make my money work for me. I want to have the money that I make now be making me money for the rest of my life. And that's the simple point of the book. But I feel like a lot of us get we get all wrapped up in like, oh, I want to impress others. I want to drive the nicest car. I want to have the nicest shoes. I want people to know that I'm doing well. But it's a fallacy, because you should treat money as an opportunity to get back your time. Because think, we have 24 hours in a day. 8 of the hours we're going to work. The other 8 we're sleeping. And then that leaves you 8 hours to eat, go to the bathroom, take a shit, go to the gym, do whatever other hobby you want to do. Maybe it's a business, and then also find time for your family or your loved ones or your girlfriend or your spouse. Like, whatever your life circumstance is, like, we're limited so much by having to go to work, by having to go make money, by having to go do these things. And if you treat money as an opportunity to gain your time back, thinking it from that frame is going to allow you to make the smarter choice, to put that money into a bank account, to put that money into some sort of savings or investment account, and allow it to build itself up. So when you want to just quit, when you want to just take a day off, like, you have the ability to do that. And that's the power of money, and that's how we need to start seeing it. And it's also like, another important thing I learned from this book was that the only true guarantee for wealth, again, I'm not a financial advisor, the only true guarantee in investment is long-term investing. If you take the start of the S&P 500, whenever it was first founded, whenever it was first recognized, until today, it's like an average 10% return. But you can take it in the past 5 years, the past 2 years, like, it's going to be all over the place. The only guaranteed wealth is that long-term investment, that 40-year plan. Like, no matter who you are, like, we could take any 40-year time span, it goes up no matter what. And it's just like, we need to start thinking of it from that perspective, because I think it's like 90 or 95% of Warren Buffett's wealth. It says it in this book. I can't remember the exact figure, but 90 to 95% of Warren Buffett's wealth came after the age of 65. So we need to start thinking of money as a long-term investment, money as a long-term thing. And when you think about it like this, we're not chasing that get-rich-quick scheme. We're chasing that long-term investment, those stable things that are going to be there for the rest of time. And when you think of it like this, you pretty much have a guaranteed path to financial freedom. And it all starts with reading this book. It all starts with digesting the information in this book and understanding it, and start putting it to work in your own life. And with that said, I hope I inspired you to go out and read this book. I'll leave a link in the description to an Amazon link. But yeah, I really I really, really, really want you to read this book because we all have so many fucked up ideas about money. We all think that like people who are rich are evil, but it's all about what you do with your money. If you're spending your money on your kids, on your family, on helping people out, on improving your community, like, are you really bad? Like, sure, there's bad apples out there, but be the exception. Be the one that uses their money for good. Be the one that accumulates wealth and gives it back to their community, gives it back to their family, gives it back to the people in need. With that said, if you want to subscribe to the channel, much appreciated. On top of that, I have another channel where I talk about just strictly self-improvement stuff. I'll also include a link to that if you want to subscribe to that. And yeah, thanks. Catch you in the next one.